Okay.
But he actually has a name in the Hebrew. And his son, who the world calls Christ, he also has a name in the Hebrew that we call, those are his true names. Now we'll say certain keywords like God, we'll say so-called white, we'll say so-called black. And the reason why we're saying these things is so that you can understand. Because we would tell you the ancient names, you wouldn't be able to understand those names. So we're giving you like a blanket statement name, and then what's going to happen, you're going to inquire, like, what does that mean? And then we're going to break it down to you. You had another precept?
I got a precept.
Okay.
Psalms 14:1. The fool hath said in his heart, there is no God.
Yeah, so that's another indicator of Esau. Now Esau, he is the white race. And Jacob,
so-called
white race, when he called himself white. And Jacob is a so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American race. Okay, these tribes that you see here. This is their ancient name, transliterated, and this is their byword name, meaning the name that they were given. They were given Negro or black or whatever by the so-called white man. Okay, but we can indicate an Edomite by asking them one small question: do you believe in God? Because Esau wouldn't believe in God.
The fool hath said in his heart, there is no God.
So only a fool would say there is no God. You can just look around and see.
Yeah, that's crazy. You almost call that every single person that walked up that they said that they didn't believe in God. Like literally every person that walked
Esau,
up.
but that's that growth. Can you get Isaiah 60? I believe that's the growth. If you can start at the top, I believe.
Why did you get so heated with that? With the one joke?
I just don't like the so-called. Well, I can't say that. I wasn't heated. I was in the spirit.
He was just zealous.
I was in the spirit. I was zealous.
That's all.
That guy had some nerve to say he was Levite. He know he ain't no damn Levite, man. Here it is. He's a priest.
He was just saying that because he knew that you would be.
Oh, because he's trying to claim. He's staking his claim to our nation, right? He's just telling you, oh, I'm your forefathers, really. You're a Levite, but you don't believe in the Most High. You don't follow His commandments.
Yeah, you got to follow His commandments. If you believe in God, you got to follow the commandments of the Bible. Real quick, can you get Isaiah 26? And this is the reason why Babylon, well, America, which America is the daughter of Babylon, this is Babylon, is going to be destroyed. It's going to get hit by thermonuclear missiles. Get those missile signs up. Isaiah 26:10. Because at the end of the day, this place is going to be destroyed. And everybody in it, all the Edomites.
Right.
Like this lady, this young lady over here, you're Edomite. Did you know that?
What?
You're Edomite. The Edomite. There you go. There you go. Where are you from? Europe. Okay. Well, Europe is going to shoot missiles on America. Would you agree on that? You don't even know, huh? Yeah, you don't know. But bring
They hate Trump. Europe hates Trump, right? Does Europe like Trump or they don't like him? See? Yeah, they're going to go to war with Trump.
They're going to go to war with Trump.
You guys are going to shoot missiles on America because of Trump.
This is Isaiah 26:10. Let favor be shown to the wicked.
Let favor be shown to the wicked. The wicked is Esau. Esau is Edom. The Edomites are the so-called white race. But remember, you can look like an Edomite. You can look like an Edomite and not be an Edomite. You can have a spirit of an Israelite inside of you, but look like an Edomite. So that's why I would say, I think, I could be wrong, you could be an Israelite, but you just look like an Edomite. That's all. And then but then also you can have a so-called dark-skinned man that looks like a black man, but he's really Edomite. So it's all about the spirit inside of you. So it's both ways. You can have tares. You can have tares on both sides. So that's when spirituality comes in. It's not about color. But color is a good indicator also. So the Lord did set up color, so color does matter. It's all based on the blood of their father, like the brother said. Go ahead.
Let favor be shown to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness.
Yet will he not learn righteousness. Esau. He was given the Bible. He was given the correct way of how to live. He was given the fatness of the earth. Yet he can't learn righteousness. He can't do good. An Edomite, a so-called white person, can't do good, basically. For example, say you're a director, right? And you have the antagonist and the protagonist. You have the good guy and you have the bad guy in the movie, right? You're making a movie, and then you cast for the good guy, and then you cast for the bad guy. Now you already wrote the script. The bad guy is the bad guy. when you cast the bad guy, he has to play the bad guy. He can never be the good guy, right? In the movie, he can never be the good guy. The bad guy has to do what? He has to be destroyed at the end. It looks like he's winning at the beginning. He's beating up the good guy, right? This is how all the stories go, right? He's beating up the good guy, and then somehow the good guy gets power. And then he beats the bad guy, right? Now let's bring that in today's terms. Because it really, art imitates light, not light imitates art. So Esau was created to be the bad guy, right? And Jacob was created to be the good guy. What will happen? There will be we gotta get a story of Jacob and Esau. There will be a struggle between, that's why you're seeing the struggle between black and white, so to speak. That's what the struggle is. Esau, and then Esau, he will be destroying things. He'll destroy the earth. So he was created to be the bad guy of the earth, and then he was created to be destroyed at the end. Okay, and then go into captivity in a roundabout things. I mean, there's a lot of scriptures we can break in there, but I'm trying to, in a roundabout thing, I'm trying to give you a synopsis as best as possible through the scriptures. Go right to the point. Yeah, go right to the point.
Genesis chapter.
So you gotta hope and pray that you're an Israelite, man. If not, you're gonna get hit with a missile if you make it that far, and then you're gonna wake up into captivity. And then you're gonna serve captivity for 1,000 years, and then you're gonna be exterminated as a people. That's the future for the Edomites. Because look what they have done on the planet Earth. They put animals in captivity. They have destroyed whole species of animals. They have put people into captivity, in particular these people here. Then he has destroyed their mind to make them think that they're not who they are. Then he pushes all abominations. There's certain things that the Lord hates. Esau, he pushes things that the Lord hates. He said, do you agree 2 men should lie down together and get married? That's an abomination to the Lord. Esau, he says that's okay. Go ahead. And I'm speaking about the elite. You know about the elite, the banking families, the Rothschilds.
Yes.
Those are the ones who really are manipulating things. Go ahead.
This is Genesis chapter 25, verse 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. And the children struggled together within her.
So there was a time where the children, there was 2. Rebekah, she couldn't conceive. Okay, that's the wife of Isaac. Okay, through the lineage Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's the lineage of the Israelites. So we're going to Isaac before Jacob and all the tribes were established. You have 2 people that were in Rebekah's womb.
And the children struggled together within her.
So there was a struggle of 2 children. Right here. There was a struggle. There were two children in Rebekah's womb. One with Jacob and the other one with Esau. And they were fighting in the womb.
And she said, if it be so, why am I thus?
So if I can get, because she couldn't get pregnant, she's like, well, if I'm pregnant, why is there a fight going on? And you know, this must have been, it had to be an epic battle too. It wasn't like just no baby kicking. They were literally fighting each other in the womb. And that's played out to this day. That's why the so-called white man, he'll shoot the so-called black man down in the street. He just has an innate hatred for him. He doesn't even know why. He was just born hating. He was born hating Mexicans. He don't even know why. Because it was actually placed inside of him. It all goes back to Jacob and Esau. You have a precept?
Yep. Go ahead. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and 7. Then answered I and said, which shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth?
This is the first. This is the first world. Okay, the end of the first is the end of the rulership of this place, Esau. Esau was going to be set up to be the last ruler on the planet Earth. And this is what you have today. You have America. You have this globalized society where all nations come together. Basically, you have nothing but wickedness. Okay? So that's the first. And we're at the end of the first. Meaning he's about to get pulled out of power. We're at a transitioning period. Okay? Go ahead.
And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac.
We're just reading that from Abraham. We're reading about Isaac.
When Jacob and Esau were born.
And we're reading about Jacob and Esau. So there's a precept. We're reading about Jacob and Esau in the womb, how they were struggling.
Of him. Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
Jacob's hand. Jacob is the progenitor of the 12 tribes. Okay? He held his hand of Esau when he came out. Esau came out first. He was the eldest. And when a white baby is born, what are they born? They're born red. They look red. So he came out red. And during that time, there were no red people on the earth. They're all dark-skinned people. But Jacob held the heel of Esau when he came out. Go ahead. And that's symbolic also.
It says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
So when you hear about the end of the world, you're actually hearing about the end of Esau's world. The end of this westernized society as you see it. Okay, hot dogs, hamburgers, McDonald's, commercials, football, women all over the place with their clothes all out. They tell you, no, I don't want to be with you. You don't make enough money. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? Or I don't like that. 1 minute they with you, 1 minute they not. Your children all out of order. They don't even listen to you.
So what did you mean by everybody came out? At first it was all dark skinned.
Yeah, before there were so-called white people on earth, everybody was dark skinned.
Yes. Okay. So what did that change? Did it change?
So now Esau came out. He came out red. So he came out basically with
Why was that? Like, what led to that?
We're reading the story of how Esau was created. What led to it was we're reading about the so-called white man and how he was established and his purpose on the planet Earth. And another indicator of who he would be by his skin color or his lack of melanin. Because really, he's red because his blood shows forth through his translucent skin. And then when you look at all the other nations, they're all dark skinned. All the other, even the Chinese, if you look at like the real Chinese, the real Japanese, the real Arabs, they're really actually dark skinned. But through mixing, they became lighter. Just like some of our people are lighter too, through the mixing. Okay?
You guys have literature on that?
This is it right here. Or you can go online. Or this is the church, this is where we teach. Go ahead. You were done on that one, right? Go back to Jacob and Esau.
Back in Genesis chapter 25, verse 22.
And this is the milk, by the way. But look how profound the milk is. That's why you got to know that milk. Okay, we're not even going into hard breakdowns, but you can see, just as you would examine, it's a lot to take in. It's a lot to take. You just can't grab it at one time. You got to, because when you eat, right, when you eat food, you eat the food initially, right, but then the food actually has to digest. So the stomach has to break down the food to a sludge, hydrochloric acid, and then certain things got to get moved to different body parts in order to be absorbed in the body. You got energy. Now you got energy. So it just takes time for these things to absorb inside you.
What are you guys online with?
If a brother,
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's all good. We'll just have a brother give you you just tell that brother to give him like the channel. Go ahead, we'll finish the breakdown.
Genesis chapter 25, verse 22. And the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord.
She went to a prophet. Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto her.
The prophets have always been set up since the beginning of earth. During the time of Adam, the prophets were out. Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb.
Two nations. Two nations are in thy womb. So this is the only time where the Lord actually had it to where there were going to be twins, fraternal twins, born by a woman, and they were actually going to be separated at birth to be two different nations. It's never ever happened again.
And two manner of people shall be separated from thy mouth.
And two manner of people shall be separated. That's why you have Esau. He's into hunting. He's a man of the field. He doesn't believe in God. He's into touching little boys. He's into different things. And Jacob's a plain man. He just want to relax. He just want to be at home. He got his woman. He might have a side piece. He's cool. He don't need too much. Got him a chicken. Got him a Popeye's chicken sandwich. An Xbox. Jacob don't really need to do too much. There are people of music. We are also people of music. Okay? Esau is not a people of music. The music that he does is like death metal. If you play death metal to your plants will die. But if you play jazz to your plants are gonna flourish, man. They're gonna start dancing on you. Because we have a spirit of the Heavenly Father. That spirit inside of we brought that out. The first scripture we brought out to you was Romans 8, how the Spirit bears witness with our spirit. That's how we know that we're Israelites, through the Spirit.
And one people shall be stronger than the other people.
One people shall be stronger than other people. Now, do you watch any type of combat sports? Or, I mean, you watch boxing before?
But I used to, yes.
But yeah, you watch track and field.
Of course, yeah.
Now, the ethnic demographic, who would you say dominates those sports?
Blacks.
We're reading it right now. Read that part again.
It says, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
The one people shall be stronger than the other people. So Jacob shall be stronger than Esau. And that is played out on a level where you can physically see it on like sports field. But then you got people that look like Edomites that are up in that same echelon, but they're really Israelites. Or like a lot of those European nations, they got really good athletes. Those are a lot of those are Israelites. A lot of those Gadites, you know, a lot of Gadites they got sent over there to Europe, man. We got dispersed. We just look like other nations. That's a curse. So, but for the main part, the best boxers were blacks, so-called blacks. The best track and field, so-called blacks. Right? The best baseball players, best boxers. So that right there is being played out. One people shall be stronger than the other.
And the elder shall serve the younger.
The elder, who came out first? Esau. The elder shall serve the younger, right? So Esau, he's older than us. He came out first. In Hebrew customs, the eldest is supposed to get the inheritance. He's supposed to get the principal blessing. Go ahead.
And when her days...
But he's not going to get it because he was rejected. He sold his birthright. Go ahead.
And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red, all over like a hairy garment.
Yeah, so he came out red. He came out looking like an Edomite, basically. But you have Edomites to this day. He came out with no pigment. The Lord, basically, if you see somebody that's albino, that's what a white person, basically he's like a clean albino. He doesn't have melanin, basically. Now you do have certain so-called white people that do have melanin because of the mixture. So you have someone that can get a little tan. But for the most part, they have no melanin. They going out in the sun, and what do they start? The sun starts to attack them. We go out in the sun, and we work harmoniously with the sun. We actually get nutrients from the sun. We start converting ultraviolet rays.
And the first came out red.
You can actually, it's something called sunbathing. You can actually heal yourself or go through the process of healing just through the sun, by being out in the sun. The sun is antiseptic, it's antibacterial, it's antifungal. So especially if you have skin issues, you can go out in the sun and let the sun hit let the ultraviolet rays hit the skin or the eczema or whatever, and you can go through a process of healing it. So it's through a process of detoxification. So the sun it works with us. But if a so-called white man go in the sun, it starts to kill him. So how can they be God's chosen people? They got to wear sunblock. Right? Why would the Heavenly Father create a people to where He created the sun to play a vital part on the planet Earth, but then His people, so to speak, if you go in the sun, you get put to death. It doesn't make any sense. Now we're set up is to make things. We're making things make sense again. Okay, through the prophecies. Go ahead.
And the first came out red, all over like a hairy garment.
Yep.
And they called his name Esau.
Esau.
And the first says, and after this,
Wasted away is he, meaning he had no pigment. Go ahead.
and after this came his
Hold on. Read that.
And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel.
Why didn't it say his brother's color? Because he was normal. That's the reason why he didn't specify Jacob's color. Because everybody was dark skinned. Everybody had pigment. But Esau came out and he didn't have none. So the scripture specified, like, God, look, he was red. And what color is the devil? All right. Go ahead.
And his name was called Jacob.
The word devil just means deceiver. So the second came out and his name was Jacob, Yaiqua, which means supplanter.
It says, and Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them, and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter.
Hold on. So-called black people, so-called white people. Who likes hunting?
White people mainly do.
They love hunting. They love. Now we can do it. We hunt. In the past we hunt to survive.
That's crazy.
Esau, he hunts for what? He hunts for sport. He actually the only nation that made hunting a sport. He'll go to Africa. He'll kill the rhino just to kill it, just to take a picture. He'll kill the African buffalo. He'll kill a lion just to do it. Just to do it. It's an actual sport. He made it into $1 billion sport. Read that part again.
It says, and the boys grew, and Esau.
So you know the mannerism of a man or the child when they grow up and they start liking certain things that they dislike just out of nowhere because it's implanted in them. Like you start growing up, right? You start looking at females. You like, man, I start liking. You start liking females, right? Because it's in you. So what was in Esau? Go ahead.
And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, and it says a man of the
He
field.
was a man of the field. Esau was a man of the field.
Oh, well, what's that dude's name? Bear Grylls.
Bear Grylls. Yeah,
He
Bear
always
Grylls.
in the wilderness.
That's an Edomite. He literally grabbed the fish. I watched all his videos too. I watched every single one. It's you go on Netflix. It's what's the show called?
Man vs. Wild.
Man vs. Wild. It's a whole season. I watched them all. And he just being an Edomite. And he'll literally go in the fucking stream, grab a salmon and bite it. He won't even cook it.
Like a beast.
Like a straight beast. He'll eat he's out there in I want to say in the Middle East somewhere in Egypt, and it was a carcass of a camel, a dead carcass. He literally climbed inside of it to sleep overnight. You think a so-called black man would do some shit like that?
Hell no.
Come on, man. That don't even make no goddamn sense. So there's a clear indicators of the Lord showing you outside of color who Esau is. Because it's not about color, but color does matter. That is an indicator, but that is not the end all be all. You have to be spiritual. You have to look at their mannerism. You have to look at the spirit inside that man. And Esau, he's a man of the field. He is a man that goes against everything righteousness.
God, we said the devil.
He's the devil. Go ahead.
This is Amos chapter 8 and 16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our
We
spirit.
just brought that out again. The spirit wanted to bring it out again. The spirit bear witness with our spirit, man. That's how we know that we're Israelites, and that's how we know who's an Edomite.
Yep.
That's how we know who's a Hamite. That's how we know who's an Ishmaelite. It's all through the spirit, man. It's all through the inspiration of the Comforter. The spirit start working with you, then you start to be able to discern spirits. That's how I knew, like, nah, more than likely you're not an Edomite. Just because of your spirit. I could be wrong. Go ahead.
It says, the Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High.
You know how to dance?
Nah, not really.
You can probably king, man. You know, he probably hit
Maybe
it.
whenever I was younger, like I thought I was dancing, but I wasn't dancing.
He was hitting it. That's another thing, you know, Israelites can dance.
Well, hey, man, according to vocab, you know, if you can't dance, you're in the jail, you know?
You know, there's certain things that, you know, Israelites would do according to the law, but not really know the law. You know? Is that hit on that?
That was bad.
Read it again.
Romans chapter 8 and 16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High.
Go ahead and get Hebrews 12 and 16. And then we'll come back. We'll come back there. Because ultimately, you know, we're breaking down Esau, which Esau, that's a heavy topic because the elites of Edom, they put billions of dollars into hiding this knowledge. Not so much hiding that we're Israelites, but more so hiding that they're Edomites. Because they're the only nation that's not going to receive any type of clemency. They're going to be judged on the highest level. They're going to actually be the only nation that's going to be exterminated. No pictures, sir. You can take pictures of this, but don't take pictures of us. Okay, thank you. Hebrews 12 and 16.
Hebrews 12 and 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau.
Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau. Okay? Profane means outside of the temple. To fornicate, spiritually fornicate, you have spiritual fornication, you have physical fornication, which is adultery. Okay? This is the man of fornication. Now, Jacob is fornicate. No, he is fornicate. He's fornication in body. He's sin in body. Okay, like Yahushua, he's righteousness in the body. Esau is sin in the body.
Well, quick example. So they say this country was supposed to be established upon Christian principles, right? You read in the Bible, the scriptures tell you that you can only have one God. You're only supposed to serve the Creator. In this society, He allows you to worship Buddha, Hare Krishna, any god that these other nations have.
Islam.
He doesn't. Yeah, you could be. You got mosque here.
Yeah.
In a society that worships the Heavenly Father, you're not supposed to have those things in here. So that's another indicator that he's a fornicator.
Oh, another example, you actually have people who worship churches of Satan.
Yep. It was founded in this city.
Literally,
Church of Satan.
Literally the church of Satan. How can you be the people of God if you allow Satan worshipers?
Yep.
Aren't you supposed to put them to death? But that's what's allowed in Babylon. So that's another indicator about this man being profane and a fornicator.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got to get 2 Thessalonians.
Yep. Everything he does is contrary to the Bible. Even though he proclaims that he's a follower of the Creator, he does the complete opposite.
But that was a trick of the devil. The devil is not going to say, hey, I'm the devil. No. The devil is going to know he's a devil, but trick you into believing that he ain't the devil.
Yeah, I'm not the devil. I worship God.
Yeah, I worship God.
Look at my money.
Yeah, love.
Says a God we trust. I got churches.
Yep. I help blacks. I got food programs for them. Everything's equality. You get a job. The whole time, this dude's doing all type of wickedness in the background to destroy you, man. The whole time, he's saying that I love you. Well, we got to be real quick. We got to get Psalms 55 real quick. Psalms 55, I believe it's 21 or 20. And not a Dwari Yabashamashai for the scriptures, because if we didn't have this, we wouldn't know who the devil was. We'll be confused just like everybody else. We'll literally be in this society not knowing that Esau wants to exterminate us. We thinking that this dude, he's for our benefit. 55 and 21.
Psalms chapter 55 verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. So the Lord, he created a man, Esau, to look harmless. Because when you look at a so-called white man, you don't think he could even bust a grape in a fruit fight. Okay? But the whole time this dude's doing all type of wickedness to destroy you, and not just you, all life around him. So it says, never trust thy enemy. Esau is our enemy. Go ahead.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. And butter's super smooth. You put that butter on that plate, it's gonna make shit move, man. You put that egg on there, the egg ain't gonna stick to that plate. It's very smooth. So this is how this man talks. He talks with subtle words.
Slick.
He's slick. He can beguile you. He's a serpent. He was the serpent during the time of the garden. Esau came in that same spirit.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
The whole time war was in this man's heart. The whole time he's telling you, we need to fight homelessness. We need to fight this drug crisis. We need to fight, this economic collapse. We need to put more, have more community workers in the black and Hispanic neighborhoods to help them out, get more housing for them. The whole time, war is in his heart. He's the one who's actually waged those wars. And he's keeping them going. The war on drugs, who made that war? Esau. He made the war, then he can come in and say, look, I'm fighting the war. Look, see, I'm righteous.
Well, that devil Reagan, he's the one that declared a war on drugs. But then it just came out a few months ago that he hate blacks.
Yeah, he hate blacks.
He's over there talking about the diplomats in Africa. Oh, look at them, monkeys.
Yeah.
Look at them, they don't even wear shoes that cover their feet, they're still wearing sandals. You know?
So war is in this man's heart. That's why you can't trust what the Edomites say. Now there's levels to it. You got low-level Edomites, and then you got the elite. The low-level Edomites, they don't know what the hell is going on. Even their elites are
they in the dark.
They in the dark. Yet they still have that wicked spirit inside of them. That spirit can be amplified at any given moment. They were just chosen to be low-level Edomites. That's all. But they're complicit with this man. They ain't nothing wrong. They don't find anything wrong with this society. Outside, now they're being pushed out of the job market.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's the problem.
They catching hell now. When Jake was going through it, wasn't nothing wrong.
Nobody cared.
You niggas need to get jobs. You need to work hard. Go to college.
Yeah, you need education.
Well, now you got the college debt crisis. Now Esau, he want free education. You know, but when Jake was, screaming for affirmative action, all this other stuff, financial aid.
Yep.
You niggas are being leeches, man.
Yep. You're being leeches on society. Stop being lazy.
Yeah.
Stop being a lazy black. But now Esau, he can't make it. Now he's in all type of debt.
Hey man, you gotta work 4 jobs.
You gotta work, man.
Pay your debt off, man.
Oh, the white woman came last week. She wanted us to buy her dinner. Why we need to buy you dinner? You got white privilege, right?
It says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
That's another characteristic of the devil. Okay, go ahead.
But war was in his heart.
But war was in his heart. So he's always looking to destroy you. And I believe that's in Proverbs, the 4th chapter. If I'm not mistaken, where it talks about he can't go to sleep. At least he
4:16 or 17.
Yep. Hold that.
It says his words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Yeah, oil's soft, man. You put that Proverbs 4, I believe it's like 17. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So everything that this man says, there's something behind it. He just doesn't say, love beat hate. In his mind, there's a total different meaning to that, man. Okay? The war on drugs, the war on crime, there's a total different meaning of what he's saying. He puts out an image like he cares for you, but in all actuality, he wants to try to put you to death. Go ahead, read that.
Proverbs 4:16. For they sleep not except they have done mischief.
They sleep not except they have done mischief. That's Esau. He can't sleep unless he has done some type of mischief. Go ahead.
And their sleep is taken away
Can you get Psalms 10? Go ahead.
And their sleep is taken away unless they cause someone to fall.
Yeah, so they can't even, Esau, Jake trying to go to sleep, trying to get a good night's rest to wake up in the morning. Esau, he